And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. We'll send you out for some highlights from area high school baseball at Statesboro High over at Southeast Bulloch and the Bulloch Academy Gators, as well as some football action from Georgia Southern. The Eagles holding their second scrimmage of the spring this past Saturday. A lot of offense, a lot of balls going through the air. 5 touchdown passes in all for Georgia Southern. Quarterback Justin Tomlin leading the way with 3 touchdown passes and over 100 yards passing for him. Plenty of different receivers getting involved in the action as well. We had a chance to talk with head coach Chad Lunsford about how things went. We'll have that in just a moment. As for the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets, they were able to finish off the region schedule and are undefeated in region play. Will be the #1 seed in the upcoming state tournament, which will begin in a couple weeks, and we'll get out there for some highlights from Southeast taking on Liberty County, and also from Johnson. Statesboro High in action as they were able to rebound from a 3-game sweep to Richmond Hill. They were able to knock off Glenn Academy on Monday. We'll show you some highlights of that. Bulloch Academy in action on the road in Savannah against Savannah Country Day. All that and more coming up on Upon Further Review.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy.
Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Georgia Southern football team held their second scrimmage of the spring this past Saturday at Paulson Stadium. The Eagles will hold their annual blue-white game coming up this Saturday. But this past Saturday, getting a lot of action both on the ground and in the air. They threw for over 200 yards and rushed for over 200 yards. Justin Tomlin taking the snaps with the #1s. Connor Sogelski with the #2s. Connor had 2 touchdown passes, while Justin Tomlin had 3 in the game. Let's send you out for some highlights and then hear from head coach Chad Lunsford. The Georgia Southern Eagles held their second and final scrimmage of the spring before this week's blue-white game. The defense with plenty of nice plays here. C.J. Wright with a hit in the backfield. The offense with their moments as well. Quarterback Connor Sogelski will find A.J. Brown for the touchdown. A little bit later, Justin Tomlin looking deep, and he connects with Caleb Hood for the 52-yard touchdown. Tomlin next, rolling out and finding Sean Pelkinson. He gets down inside the 5, and then Tomlin goes in himself for the score. Back to the defense we go, and it's Dylan Springer with the stop in the backfield. Tomlin later on the pitch to Hood, who takes this one down the far side all the way inside the 10-yard line. A couple plays later, Tomlin will find tight end D.J. Butler for the score. Quarterback Sam Kennerson with some moments as well. Here a nice run. And then it's Logan Wright bouncing outside. He finds the end zone for the score. Next, Tomlin to Najee Thompson for the touchdown. Another score. Overall, Coach Lunsford pleased with where the Eagles are.
I think this one is going to be interesting because there was a lot of different situations that arose in the scrimmage, and I thought this was very good because there was times where we switched on and off the field with different defenses, different offenses, and they had to go into the situation already played out. And so there was a lot of football intelligence today that I thought we're going to be able to teach off of. I think teachable moments. A lot of good things. I think there's going to be some sloppy things too. What I'm a little bit concerned about is how sloppy we were with the ball. A lot of unforced turnovers, balls on the ground, offense putting the ball on the ground without it being forced by the defense. The defense did get some turnovers, which they did force, which is good, obviously, but those unforced ones that were on the ground, that's a little bit disappointing because that's something that we put an emphasis on. I think, though, from scrimmage 1 to scrimmage 2, I think we're going to see a lot of positions have developed, a lot of positions have gotten better, and put themselves in a situation to be successful as a team. I still think we got a long ways to go, still gelling in a lot of different ways. I do like where we're coming on offense. I think the offense is coming along. I think defensively what we've done a good job of is mixing in young players with older players and making those guys have to be able to communicate with one another and bring our young guys along. So to answer your question, I need to watch the film. I really think our offensive line is doing a really good job. I think they're gelling, especially that first 5. I think they are really coming along with Coach Wade's coaching, our offense, Coach Roos's offense. So, you know, offensively, I think the offensive line is really stepping up. Defensively, you know, I think we're pretty solid across the board. Obviously, we want to continue to see the linebackers grow, but like a guy that really jumps out to me is Todd Bradley. He is really taking charge, you know, with losing Rashad Bird from last year. You know, Todd Bradley's really stepped up and really controlling our defense. So if I had to pick a couple positions, that would be it. I think there's a couple, 2 to 3 guys on our receiving corps that's really stepped up. You know, Najee Thompson is a guy that comes to mind. You know, Derwin Burgess, young guy, really has stepped up for us. And, you know, J.J. McAfee, another new guy, has stepped up for us. Caleb Hood, Darius Lewis. Those guys have really stepped up. I think they've done a real good job of responding to Coach Sherman's coaching. I don't think we're there yet. I think we still have a long ways to go, but there's definitely a buy-in there, and I think you're starting to see that in the pass game. And I do think you're seeing JT develop even more as a thrower too. So if we can be efficient and explosive in that, you know, that definitely helps our offense for sure.
Once again, the blue-white game will be taking place coming up this Saturday at 1 o'clock at Paulson Stadium. There will be a barbecue cook-off going on prior to that there at the tailgate area. All right, well, as for the Georgia Southern baseball team, they had their win streak snap, but they were still able to take 2 out of 3 against Coastal Carolina. 8 was the magic number over the weekend. The Eagles won the first 2 games, scoring 8 runs, and then lost the third game as Coastal scored 8 runs in that one. So next up for Georgia Southern, they will be on the road once again coming up this weekend, a 3-game series on the road at Oklahoma in a non-conference matchup. All right, stay with us. High school baseball coming up next.
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across the bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
The Georgia Southern University store with 2 locations to serve you on the Georgia Southern campus in Statesboro and in Savannah. They have plenty of Eagle merchandise to keep you warm in the cooler weather. So don't forget to visit the University store in Statesboro and Savannah or shop online at gsustore.com. Well, the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets continue to roll right along in their region play. They wrapped up their region schedule undefeated. No big surprise there. The Jackets last week were able to knock off Liberty County, and then on Tuesday they won a doubleheader at home as they were playing host to Johnson. Let's send you out for some highlights of those games. Southeast Bulloch hosting Liberty County, and Terry Turner getting some help on the mound from shortstop Tyson Harnage, who makes the nice play right here. Turner then able to get the inning-ending strikeout. The Jackets scoring early and often as the wild pitch plates Harnage from third. Later it's Weston Jones, the batter, and he comes through with the RBI single into left field. And it's 2-0 Jackets on top. Gage DiGiovanni with the fly ball into right. This one drops, and Connor Williams makes it 4-0 Jackets on top. Jones later, the drive pass short, 2 more runs score, and Southeast Bulloch wins 17-2. Tuesday, the Jackets hosting Johnson in the seniors' final region game of the season. On the mound, Logan Herring getting some help here. The throw to third. The runner at second hung out to dry. And eventually, it'll be Herring applying the tag for the out. Herring then with the inning-ending strikeout as well. Plenty of offense for the Jackets as Tyson Harnage starts the scoring, taking off for home on the wild pitch, and he slides in safe, and it's 1-0. Next, Will Hitchens, the batter. He'll come through with the long fly ball into left. He'd end up with an RBI triple, and it's 2-0 Southeast Bulloch. The next batter is Weston Jones, and he gets the deep fly ball to left. It's another RBI triple, and Southeast on top 3-0. Rand Morgan next with the ground ball back to the pitcher, who makes the play at first, but it's an RBI, and it's 4-0 Southeast Bulloch. Jacob Gay then drives this one the other way. The triple to right brings in another run. And finally, Riley Emmerich with the single into right field. Gage Minnick scores, and Harnage flies home as well as the Jackets go on for the sweep, finishing the season undefeated in region play. Southeast will wrap up the regular season Wednesday at home against Tattnall County. They'll start the state playoffs as the #1 seed coming up soon. As for the Statesboro Blue Devils, they were just trying to get into the state playoffs after losing 3 games and scoring only 1 run in those 3 games against Richmond Hill this last week. They were able to rebound nicely against Glen Academy on Monday at Mill Creek Park. Let's send you out for some highlights. Statesboro hosting Glen Academy Monday at Mill Creek. On the mound, Thomas Ponder getting out of a jam with runners on second and third. He'd strike out the next 3 batters. He'd get some offensive help in the bottom of the first. Dake Williams doubles down the line and left. And it's Hunter Saucy then bringing him home with the RBI single into right field. Later same inning, Landon Yates, the batter, he'll double to right center. 2 runs will score, and the Blue Devils take a 3-0 lead. To the 4th we go, and with 2 on, J.D. Kaiser up, and away to right. The Blue Devils' first home run at Mill Creek this year, 6-0. Ponder getting out of a bases-loaded jam with another strikeout, and Statesboro wins 6-2. So a big win for the Blue Devils. They get 1 step closer to earning themselves a spot in the state. If they are able to knock off Glen Academy on the road on Wednesday, they will do that. There's a chance, even if they lost that game, that they'll still be the #4 seed in the upcoming state tournaments. We'll let you know how that goes and have that for you next week. Stay with us. We'll have more highlights coming up next.
Badcock, no credit refused isn't just an offer, it's a way of business and has been for over 100 years. No banks, no ridiculous credit requirements, just local Badcock store owners who treat you right and give you credit when others won't. It's never been easier to express your style and love your home.
Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care. Well, the Bulloch Academy Gators on the road at Savannah Country Day. The Gators did not play this past week. They were on the road in Savannah. Let's send you out for some of those highlights. The Bulloch Academy Gators on the road at Savannah Country Day. Senior pitcher Miller Pope on the mound for the Gators. He gets out of an early jam with a swinging strikeout, and then he'd help his own cause at the plate. Top of the second, Pope loops one into center. That'll roll all the way to the track, deep enough to bring a run home and break the scoreless tie. Country Day responds in their half of the inning, though. Barry Kleinpeter. This one nearly gets over the fence. This will tie the game at 1-1. Nothing doing for either offense until the fifth, when Cade Garola jumps on this pitch, drives it the other way. Country Day bats would come alive in this one, and they'd speed away from Bulloch Academy, winning by a final of 10-2. And before we go, some action on the golf course this past Monday as Statesboro High was hosting the Area 1. 3, 2, 1. And before we go, some golf action to bring you. Statesboro High hosting the Area 1 Championships with a chance of going to the sectionals or the state playoffs. 11 boys teams and 11 girls teams representing Region 1 and Region 2 in action over at Georgia Southern's University Golf Course. Let's send you out for some highlights. The Area 1 6A Championships taking place Monday at the Georgia Southern Golf Course. 11 boys and girls teams participating here at South Effingham's Jacob Fripp. The nice chip out of the trees on 12. We move ahead to number 13 and Statesboro's Evan Averett from over the green. Chips this one and gets it to within about 2 feet, which he'd tap in for par. More from Averett as we head to the par 5 11th hole. Here he is with his third shot. The approach will end up to within about 5 feet away. Averett then steps up and drains the birdie. Averett would qualify for the state as an individual with the lowest individual non-advancing team score. Glen Academy putting on a solid team score together thanks to shots like this from Williamson Mosher on 9. Later, its teammate Grady Sanders on number 12, the par 3 hole. Here's his tee shot. He'll stick it to within about 7 feet away. He and Mosher both with 79s, and the Red Terror take the team title in a playoff on the boys' side. But as for the girls, let's take a look here. Statesboro's Madison Freeman with a nice chip on number 6. The Blue Devils unfortunately unable to qualify though. As for South Effingham, the Mustangs 1-2 punch of Hannah Smith here with the putt for birdie on 6. She'd end up with par. And her teammate Bella Sapp with the par as well. That would give South Effingham girls the team title and a spot in the state. And once again, congratulations to the South Effingham girls and the Glen Academy boys for both winning the team titles, and Evan Averett from Statesboro, the only one from the Blue Devils that will be able to go on to the state competition. That'll wrap things up for now. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.